IKEA.
Welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, quickly approaching this year's All-Star break. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Detroit Pistons as they go up against the New York Knicks. It's been a tough bunch of games lately for New York. They've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2 wins to none. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And Detroit last season shot up in the standings, largely due to their improvements on the defensive end. Shaq, how'd they do it?
Well, Steph Van Gundy is a guy who knows how to coach defense. I played for him in Miami. He's fine. They play well as a unit, and they're sharp with their help defense.
Did he turn you into a defensive force?
I'm not known for my defense.
What are you known for?
Prolific, MF scoring.
What's MF?
Most frequently.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But I'll tell you, one thing about them is that they don't have many weak defenders. So what they do is they switch everything. So you make a pick, they switch. One guard can guard the 4 guy. The 4 guy can guard the 1 guard. So everyone switches on it. That makes it a lot easier to have a defense concept.
Looks like both teams are ready to tip this thing off. Let's get it to Kevin Harlan.
Yeah, let's tip this thing off, baby. Let's tip this thing off. Welcome to Hollywood Sports, guys. We're back with the New York Knicks. Man, we down in Detroit trying to handle these Detroit Pistons. The Palace of Auburn Hills. The main thing I want to do in this game is keep the crowd quiet. You know how home teams play, man, when they got the crowd behind their back. You see that sign on there? This is the way we play. All right. Let's do it.
We are live from the Palace of Auburn Hills for this Eastern Conference battle featuring the Pistons here in Detroit. This is Kevin Harlan.
Welcome to NBA basketball on Hollywood Sports.
From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. The next swing into this game is part of their continuing road trip.
You know, I get a lot of trades for Porzingis, man. I almost did it because it was I can't remember the guy name they offered for Porzingis, but he was a higher rated player. But they also wanted Courtney Lee. And I didn't want to do that, guys. But here we go.
And it's only going to get
worse. Let's go, Noah. Let's go, Noah.
So Detroit,
Noah, you never win the tip, man.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Melo and Porzingis, the 2 stars at the forward spot.
Get on to Noah. Get on, Noah.
Derrick Rose. And it's Noah in at the 5. Now, here is Smith.
Stay with him, baby. Stay with him. Stay with him.
The playoff picture becoming more
wow, he took that straight to the cup.
Chris, do you feel the 16 spots is the right amount of teams that should make the playoffs, make the postseason?
Yeah, I do. You can't have more than half. You know, you can't have much more trying to make it to the playoffs. And listen, every team shouldn't make the playoffs. There's winners and there's losers. You have to deal with it. So, you know, I feel like, yes.
We run the triangle, baby, till we get the open shot.
Well said. Harris outside. Smith outside. Screen by Smith. Smith kicks to Smith.
No. There we go. There we go, Courtney. Good boy, baby.
Probably
push it all the way. Push it
all season long.
Oh yeah, call that foul.
Is not going to
call that foul.
Never mind when you're on the road.
Well, yeah, they gave up a ton.
Way to go, Melo. Way to take it hard, baby. Way to take it hard.
The place just kept getting louder.
Drummond can't play you, man. Drummond can't play you, baby.
One thing that he doesn't get enough credit for
there
is
you go.
his
Loosen up, baby. Loosen up, Carmelo. Let's go.
Bad rebounder, but in the past few seasons, you can see he's emphasized that more active in terms of closing out on possessions. Has a great base and
come on, Carlo. Put your legs into it, baby. Come on now.
And watching Melo, you can
it's
just
a rhythm.
see
It's
how
a rhythm.
his
It's a
game
rhythm.
has
It's a
grown
rhythm.
since when he came into the league. I mean, still as great a scorer as
oh
you're going
man,
to
we
find,
can't shoot free
he's
throws.
doing so much now in terms of his passing and his defense. I mean,
no.
Impact on the floor and other facets.
Okay, that's us. That's us. That's
a credit to his maturation and the reason why there's some optimism for the Knicks.
Rep, stop pushing him, Rep. Come on, Rep. Call a technical foul on the Rep, y'all.
Now here's Rose. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Lee outside. He dishes it to Noah.
There you go,
good.
Noah.
He makes his
Way to get
first
us on
shot
the
of
board,
game.
Noah.
And with Melo and seeing his game grow, it's almost like he's putting more trust in his teammates and not going at it alone quite as often.
And when he does need to ISO and take over for possession, he's still effective.
Gotta shoot them Jays, baby. They can't hit him. They can't hit him.
And now he's just trusting his teammates more. Scoring is down a bit,
Caldwell
but he's
Pope.
a scarier player.
We're playing good D, guys. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. Look at that mascot. That Piston. I guess that's a Piston mascot.
Pistons on defense.
Keep the crowd quiet, baby.
Outplayed
Let's
in the
keep the
previous
crowd
game on
quiet.
their schedule, losing to Chicago.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
That's Porzingis shot right there. That's his. That's his.
Run the set you normally do.
There we
The
go. We
ball
get the
just
bounce,
won't
baby. We
fall
get
through
the
net.
bounce.
On to the next one. Smart idea. Immediately shoots over the smaller defender before help can come.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
We playing good D, baby. No, that don't count. That don't count. Oh, okay.
I love the form that Caldwell Pope has. When he's open in the mid-range, he feels comfortable rising up from there.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last time they met in New York.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
Well, they also made few, if any, effective adjustments. Defense is all about hustle, yes, but it also comes to scheme.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Now here is Holiday. Kuzminskis the pass to Holiday. Vujacic dishes to Holiday. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Thomas. That shot off.
Wow, I thought
Johnson
Thomas had
with the
that one.
defensive effort. Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Morris a screen. Here's
Good D, guys. Good D. Let's
and
go.
the shot falls short this time.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Oh, trust me,
There
he's
you go,
kicking
Quinn.
himself for that misfire.
Way to
He
go, baby.
knows he should have hit it after that
There you
tremendous
go, Big
pick.
Quinn.
Gave him the necessary space to do so.
To the inside.
Get back, Quinn.
That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Ellinson's got his first points of the night. The Knicks have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. The pass to Kuzminskis. Kicks it to Vujacic. Feeds it to Holiday. New York moving it around.
Oh,
Thomas,
come
no
on.
good.
Stay in the
The
basket.
Pistons trailing. Jackson up top.
That's Tua Thompson shot coming out of the
Clock
basket.
separated by less than 6 seconds. And McCallum kicks to
D.
Ellinson.
Oh, no.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on
Man,
that
you make one mistake on defense, man. They
6'7",
will
Johnson
burn
has the
you.
height to bang down low. He's terrific at getting quality shots in the post.
Holiday, the pass to Vujacic. Here's Kuzminskis. Good if it goes. And that's not going to go.
Woo!
1 quarter in the book.
Very low
It's been a
first
close
quarter.
one so far. The Pistons
Nobody
on
can hit
top.
a shot.
They lead by 1. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And let's take a moment there, a little bit from Josh Smith about his development throughout his NBA career.
You know, coming in at 18, you know, really inexperienced, not knowing what this league was about. And I went through so many stages. I've grown tremendously over my career.
You kind of hear that growth in his voice, don't you think? And it's interesting to hear Josh Smith talking about getting introspective about himself and his game at this point of his career.
You know,
We're on a road trip right now, man. Even our next game is on the road.
He really has grown tremendously as a player, as a teammate, as a man, and just as
Like
an
a
adult
4-game
person
road
in
trip.
society. And he's become a real credit to our game.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Pistons so far in this one?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here.
We're shooting
really
terrible right now.
With one another.
Let me get back, Rose.
Give
Stay with
some
him, baby.
credit to the play calling, getting the ball to guys in spots where they can really do
Good
something.
job, Porzingis. Let's run it. Let's
All
run it, guys.
fueled up
There's
and
Melo.
ready to
There's
go.
Melo.
Let's reset the
Oh,
lineup,
no.
courtesy of
Quinn,
Gatorade
say I got
as
him.
the second quarter
Oh,
gets
good
going.
move, Quinn.
On the floor for Detroit, Morris is down
Is that
low
Quinn?
with Drummond.
Is that Quinn
Reggie
out there
Jackson
doing
out there
that?
with Johnson. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
Way to help
Now,
out,
this team
Porzingis.
that
Way to
turns
help
on the
out,
floor
baby.
can remind you of the
I got him now.
2004 Pistons and how they play. Very unselfish, defensive-minded, and playing for one another. No big star, but doing what they can to get wins.
And it's Drummond missing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, we should have did
Anthony
alley break
kicks to
there.
Rose. Passes it to O'Quinn. The 3 from Anthony.
Oh,
It's
man,
Drummond
we're not
with
getting
the
the buckets to fall.
Rose against Jackson. On the wing, Harris. Johnson with it. Morris dishes to Drummond. The 8-footer, and it goes down 2 points.
Oh, the muscularity and skill set of Drummond is incredibly difficult to match up against. A tremendous big man who is remarkable in the paint.
Now here's Rose. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Holiday with the 3. They get it again.
Good job, Porzingis. Oh, man, he got blocked. Man, Drummond just blocked that in the crowd.
Different look here.
Wow.
Smith comes in for Marcus Morris, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Stanley Johnson. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for New York.
Yeah, they wanted me to trade with Courtney Lee. Are they crazy? I ain't giving up Courtney Lee, man. Ah, you crazy.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. And the
Come
Knicks
on,
miss
all
again.
our shots are in
For
and
Detroit,
out.
They've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And you'll ask defenders or would-be defenders of Drummond, he can just punish you physically.
If he drops a shoulder into you, it's like getting hit by a runaway freight train. Because of how strong he is under the rim, he can just shrug off defenders who don't have a strong base. If he gets it on the low block, it's a dunk pretty much every time.
Oh, Melo, what you doing?
Smith up top for 3. Here's Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Wow, Drummond is one of the top rebounders in the game. You have to put a body on him, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, just to prevent him from coming away with a second chance opportunity.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, as you know, things could have turned out a lot differently for Stan Van Gundy. He was the favorite for the coaching vacancy in Golden State in 2014, but in the end, the Pistons owner gave him the chance to coach and run the front office, and that led him to Detroit. Well, the Warriors went on to win the title that season, but Van Gundy insists, if I had to do it over
better
again,
call those moving
this is
picks.
exactly where I'd want to be. And Kevin, he can build this team exactly as he wants.
Thanks, D.A., and after some tough exits in Miami
Playing
and
good
Orlando,
D, though, Detroit.
this time he holds the cards. And so it's New York with it. After the
Somebody hit a jump
Tavius
out there.
Caldwell Pope.
Kaminsky can shoot, man.
55 seconds left in the
They
first
always
half.
sneak behind us. Good
Lee
D.
with the
Courtney
steal.
Lee, good D, baby.
Here's Kuzminskis, 9 feet out. In deep, Lee drops it in. Lee's got his
Good
first
job, baby.
points
Good
in this
pass.
one.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any
Stay on him,
individual
stay on him.
agenda.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Smith. And a foul on the shot. He'll
He
go to the
fouled
strike
him.
for
That
2.
was a foul. Kaminsky fouled him on that one.
That's his first personal foul.
The Pistons shooting their first foul shots of the night here. He's off on the first.
Let's just keep this crowd quiet, man. Clank, clank. Come on, Smith. Josh Smith. Clank.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there. Here's Lee.
And
Count
one.
it.
And
2
one.
points with a chance for one
And
more at
one.
the free throw line.
Good job, Courtney Lee.
When Lee has the ball there, it's over. He's going up for the throwdown every time.
Let's go.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the free throw, no good. Pistons trail by 4. Now Caldwell Pope.
Good defense, man. Good defense.
And here's Smith. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Pass to McCallum.
Watch it, Noah. Don't get caught with 3 seconds, Noah.
Looking to end the run. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Knicks lead by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Carmelo, I know in this system communication is key. How did that impact tonight's game?
It's working right now. We got to respond to some things out there in the game, a couple minor mistakes, but we'll be all right. I feel good about it.
Yes, you guys were definitely in the flow. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Let's see what the boys got to say about this game. Halftime.
And we hope you've enjoyed our first half of action. I'm Ernie Johnson welcoming you back. Shaquille O'Neal is right there. Kenny the Jet Smith is right there. And this here is the halftime report.
Ernie Johnson got a nice bow tie
was pretty even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one.
We just had a bad shooting
for them to take away from the second quarter.
I would like to see our shooting percentage right now.
A 4-point lead at the half. Taking a look at the Knicks, Kenny, what'd you think?
I was surprised on how comfortable they seemed here on the road. The hostile crowd, that didn't bother them at all. And I want to see if they can keep that up in the second half.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Detroit?
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%.
Playing pretty good for
Some
them.
of that was shot selection. Some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half.
Quinn, man. I ain't never seen Quinn do a move like that.
Making the extra pass and trying to get better looks.
Look at that. We're shooting 44%. That's not bad. Detroit shooting 38. We got 8 rebounds and 6 assists, so we're sharing the basketball. I like that.
And that about wraps it up, as the second half is just moments away. Now down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew, and we will see you.
We just got to hit more shots, guys. We got to get our shooting percentage up. We should be okay. I don't like 44%. We need to be low 50s, mid 50s.
Welcome back to the Palace at Auburn Hills. That's a look at the Renaissance Center, which dominates the skyline in downtown Detroit. Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back.
I like this stuff, man. I like this kind of stuff here. You gonna do another one? All right, you get ready to do another one.
Chris, you're looking up and down rosters all the time, and you always notice the guys that keep teams together, the glue guys. They may not be the stars, but they're important.
Wow, Derrick Rose got an A- for playmaking. That's pretty good.
Glue guys in the NBA now.
Well, let's just look at the last year's playoffs. I mean, you got to look at a guy like Boris Diaw that can play so many positions and come in and score 24 you or not score at all and still stay.
You got to get Carmelo going.
A guy like Draymond Green that
bring it,
plays
baby.
defense so well, but does so many other things so well offensively, keeps his guys, rallies, gets them together. And then how about Steven Adams just being a terror down there in that post, holding it down.
Look at Rose D'ing him up. Look at Rose D'ing him up.
Those three guys come to mind.
Great perspective. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek, starting the second half.
Oh, good block.
Good the block, Noah. At the forward spot.
Take it all the way. Take it all the way, Courtney. Take it all the way, Courtney.
And it's Noah in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. No good from Lee. Pistons trail by 7. Harris outside.
We're playing great D, man. We're keeping him out of the paint.
Smith kicks to Caldwell Pope. Smith sets the pick.
Moving screen, ref. Come on, man. That's a moving pick.
And
let him foul.
Knock
him down.
Shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Porzingis. And with Josh Smith, you know, Chris, he's going to be shooting, and you aren't worried about it unless he's very hot.
Well,
we're battling, man. We're playing physical right now. I like
3 to 4 shots from beyond the arc if you let him. More often than not, teams are going to want to give him that shot. As my coach used to say, you're open for a reason.
The free throw drops for Josh Smith. A different look here for Detroit. Marcus Morris is checked in for Tobias Harris. Stanley Johnson comes in for Caldwell Pope, and it's Jackson in for Smith. And a switch here also for New York. Holiday's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
Run it, Melo. Run it, Melo.
6. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Reggie Jackson went from a backup in OKC to signing a 5-year, $80 million contract in Detroit.
Just pull up, baby.
Stan
Pull up.
Van Gundy said we liked his ability, but what we liked even more was he's a guy we thought would not change once he got the money. This is a guy who's really driven to be as good as he can be. Kevin, he has definitely made some strides.
We got good defense, baby. The defense, look at this defense. That's all, baby. That's all. That is all. Let's run it.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Holiday against Johnson. Porzingis passes to Rose.
Don't let him shoot that.
New York moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A chance to extend the lead in double digits.
Try to get that rebound. That's all right.
Morris dishes to Jackson. From deep. Detroit, no good that time either. The Knicks with the lead.
Run with Rose. Somebody run with him. Somebody run with him.
Outside Rose.
Set up.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Look at
You
Drummond.
have to be careful when Drummond is
He ain't doing
rolling
that,
nearby.
Drummond.
He is a defensive
He
mid
blocking
who
roll
takes
shot out of
shot
bounds.
blocking very seriously.
McCallum, he's checked in for Josh Smith.
Blocking his shot out of bounds.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third
We
quarter
almost
now.
lost.
Over to the wing.
Come on. You taking the shot, baby. You taking the shot.
Thomas
You
a
taking the
screen.
shot.
Here's Kuzminskis. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that
That
time.
boy can shoot, man. That boy can shoot.
Rose has got
Kaminsky.
4 assists in the game. And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
And it's no secret that Stan Van Gundy knows how to coach defense. It's safe to call it his calling card at this point.
Ellinson's checked in for Detroit. And a switch here also for New York. Lee's checked in. 1:29 left here in the third quarter. Lee against Jackson. Johnson outside.
Man,
Here's
good
the 3.
defense. Clean the boards up. Let's run it. Let's go.
So New York will take it the other way. And with Van Gundy, it would be a disservice to say that he only knows how to coach defense.
Well, and the flexibility and knowledge that Van Gundy shows is why he's so respected.
We're taking over now. We're taking over here in Detroit, baby. We're taking over here in Detroit.
That's a rarity for a coach with his years in the league.
Look at that D. Look at that D.
And he gets
Look at that D.
contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a
Stop
look now
crying.
at the
Ain't nothing wrong
breakdown
with you.
between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Pistons.
And they've got really good balance here. I mean, the 3-ball hadn't been the strongest weapon today for them, but I'd say keep the dose just about the same. Don't change the recipe. When you've got that open shot, you got to take
Quinn
it.
Lee got B+ for blocks, baby. I mean, Quinn.
First free throw is good. One thing about
Noah
Reggie
got a block
Jackson
too, I
is he
think.
plays with a chip on his shoulder.
Reggie definitely has an edge to his game and plays like somebody stepped on his new shoes or scratched his car. Players with that mentality, though, I love them. They are rare, but some of the grittiest players
Jackson
in the
was a
game.
little hurt
He's
there.
fit in perfectly in the D because of that edge.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons.
Oh, and Jackson is not just a terrific shooter, but a fantastic defender as well, using his great speed
All day.
on both ends.
All day, baby. Let's just
Getting
blow
their
them out.
points
Let's
now
blow them out of their own
almost
house.
exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ellenson kicks to Jackson.
Oh,
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
let's blow
And
them out of
the
the palace,
precision
baby.
lead pass by a highly skilled playmaker.
To the right side.
Go Rose, go Rose, go Rose.
Back to Rose.
Ooh, he still got it. He still got it.
Fantastic, and is a big part of
Couldn't
why
really go get it,
they've
but
been able to
he
get
touched it up
these
there.
good looks.
That's
Second
how
half here.
Rose,
We're just over
man.
3.5 minutes
We
into
run
it.
that play.
And McCallum kicks to Jackson. Here's McCallum.
Down the road, down the road.
That I'm sure will change.
Look at that movement. Look at that movement pick. Oh, let's run it. Let's run it. Take it all the way, Kaminsky. Take it all the way, baby.
Here's Kuzminskis. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam.
Get off me.
It was really a case. It looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
That's because it was terrific anticipation. Also, the quick hands, a lethal combination.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. New York ahead. They finish off the third quarter with a huge surge. And let's listen in now to head coach Stan Van Gundy from a few moments ago.
Just relax and play the game. Relax and play the game. Relax and play the game.
In case they forgot that, of course, from the very
relax and play the game.
Invigorating words from
relax
Stan Van
and
Gundy repeating what he'd like to see
man, that's
more
good
of
advice,
right
really.
now.
Yeah, and I think Coach feels they're getting too caught up in things that don't matter. Resetting their mindsets here. Let's see if it helps.
Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. On the wings, Caldwell, Pope, and Harris. The big men, Smith and Drummond. And it's Smith in at the point guard position. That's the 5 and the 4 for the Pistons.
Oh, Noah knocked him down.
Your career, you spent a lot of time down low on the blocks, and we're seeing less of that now, those post-ups that were such a primary option when you played in teams' offenses. Does that concern you? Is that good or bad?
It's concerning from this point. Kids aren't being properly coached. In the middle school and the high school level. Kids don't know how to play on the post. When you look back through the history of this game, whether it's been guards or big fellas, the post is not about how tall you are. The post is about how the closer you are to the basket, you usually have an advantage. And if you have game, then that pump fake game down there work and get you to the foul line. And if you are a good passer, then it draws the double team. It changes the angle that the defense has to look inside and play. It helps slow the pace down sometimes in the playoffs.
Good
when the game gets tough and a little bit more physical. And we can say that everybody's changed their game, but only one team wins a year. So, you know, I don't know if the trend is necessarily not there with big guys not in the post. When I look at guys like Drummond, Blake Griffin,
crowd's quiet now.
Horford,
quiet now.
Jordan, Zebo, the Gasol brothers. There's still a lot of post players out there. So I don't subscribe to that opinion that is less on the post. I just subscribe to the opinion that coaches don't want to coach that way because guys have post game. But we just have to see if the game will change. But small ball right now is what everybody loves.
Great good job, Melo. Good pass.
A
good
one-man
pass.
show offensively, and that's almost always good.
Oh, we're playing beautiful basketball, baby. Beautiful basketball.
During your playing days, you were named to the All-NBA team in 2001. Several All-NBA second teams. How much does it really mean to a player? How much did it mean to you to make those lists?
You know, it meant a lot, especially when your career is over, to know that, you know, you were one of the best, especially with the competition that was at the power forward position those years. I mean, could have given it to anyone with Tim Duncan and Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett.
I think that's how it go.
I mean, you just, you know, Rasheed Wallace, you look at those names of power forward just in that conference those years. So, you know, I'm just proud that I, you know, was one of the best at my position and had fun doing it. The biggest thing was something that I've always worked hard for.
We're playing some good defense, man.
Just to make it to the NBA. So anything else is gravy. But I'm definitely proud of those years in the league. You do it all in the name of wanting to win the championship.
Oh, I wanted that to go to Noah.
Trade all those in.
Shot Porzingis.
Great perspective. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We've got to dial up our effort. Everyone will see if they have enough to get it done.
Dishes it to Lee. The feed now to Carmelo. Anthony with the screen on Harris. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Fires the 3. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Smith on the wing. He's covered by
Rose is playing some D tonight, man. Rose is playing some D.
He shoots. And the 3 off target. The Knicks leading by 15.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Knicks.
At every opportunity,
oh, he missed it.
To push the ball and keep the
way to hustle,
going.
way to hustle,
Porzingis.
This is easy, man. This is
all the hard
too
work
easy.
here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
Important. With this win, they split the season
I got it,
series
I got
at
it,
a game apiece and also avoid the sweep.
Help out.
And that
He's
has
playing
to
good
be a
help
relief.
Drummond.
Oh, good shot. Good block, Noah. Let's go.
50 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get it, Rose. Go get it, Rose. Go get it, baby. Go get it.
Porzingis passes to Noah. Out to Anthony. Wide
That's all right. Miller gonna clean it up. Look at Rose. Look at Rose, man. Look
And
at
the
Rose.
rejection by Smith.
Rose is balling.
Drummond dishes to Smith. Caldwell Pope left side and out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
That's just a clumsy
Detroit's playing
turnover
horrible,
there. Just
man.
an errant pass that should have never been attempted.
There's 18 seconds
That
left in the
crowd is
fourth quarter.
quiet.
The clock now can just run out for the Knicks. Outside Holiday.
Take that shot, Holiday. Take the shot, Holiday. Holiday, take the shot.
Lets it go with a three. No good on that one. So no problem for New York. As
All right, everybody. That was no problem, Buzz, right there. He's right. That was no problem against the Pistons, man.
Shocking. I don't care.
We came down here to the Palace in Detroit and took care of business on the road like we were supposed to do. Detroit has no business. No
It's time now to
business
go
hanging with
courtside
us.
as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin.
Noah
Joe,
played
how
good,
important
man.
was this win tonight?
The whole team played good.
It was a big win for us. You know, we need everybody right now. We just got to keep fighting, and I know that the playoffs are coming.
I know that's the most important time of the year, Joe. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. But if you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button. Join the team of Hollywood Sports. Let's do this thing together. And as always, until next time, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Now time to take a quick peek at our Jordan player of the game. He really stepped it up and played very big tonight. A huge boost from an unexpected source. They'd love to see more of that.
I'm floored by how well he shot the ball. He was unstoppable. I don't mean just the point. The ability to create opportunities for himself and then deliver, now that's a superstar effort.
Man, he gave him a big boost, and they probably didn't even know it was coming. This guy provides such great depth. He's an option that can come through whenever they need him, and they really need him tonight. Put a stop to the losing streak.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Kenny Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, for Kevin Harlan, and for the entire 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. I hope you have a wonderful, even beyond wonderful, spectacular, just great. I mean, see you.
Good night.